Hello, my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me. And supporting my channel is very easy. Like the video, subscribe, click on the notification bell, or leave me a comment. And I hope that you are all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But in the meantime, join me in meeting the Hedgewitch Botanical Oracle. And this deck was created by Siolo, Thompson, and it was published by Llewellyn. It was released in 2018 and it retailed at that time for $27.99. And she has a few other decks. I have two of them and I will be doing videos on them. She has the Otherkin Tarot, the Winter Seeker Animal Oracle. Oh, let's see if I can. There we go. She has the Lynn Strider Tarot, which I thought I had, but I do not, and the Seaborn Kipper. All right, so the specifications on the box is 8 1/4 height. Across is 5 1/2 and 2 inches on the width of the box, and the title is on all of the sides but the bottom. And on the back, wisdom from the boundary lands. Let the spirits of the plants be your allies and friends. This gracefully illustrated deck will support you with insights gleaned from traditional herb lore, providing guidance and perspective from thin places between one world and another. Designed to awaken your natural intuition, this collection of 40 elegant botanical cards from the creator of the Lynn Strider Tarot draws inspiration from healers and helpers who work in the mysterious realms of wilderness and spirit. And then you have the field guidebook, and then you have some teaser pictures of some of the plants. And it is a magnetic box, which is always nice. And then we open it up, and then we have this beautiful plant. And we got the ribbon, so we can pull this out. And this is the field guide, which we will explore later. And makes it very easy, although there's only 40 cards, which I'm disappointed in, but that's what they went with. And then the insert, if something happens to it, it does come out, or you just want to put something else in, it is removable. Okay, and the cards themselves give you a little visual. Regular Rider-Waite card. It is a little short in the height, but it's the same on the side. So the cards themselves are 4 1/2 height and across to some 2.75, and the width is 1/2 inch. And like the box said, there are only 40 cards, and reversals, if you do use them with this deck, they will not be revealed by the back of the card. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these lovely plants. And on each card, you'll have the title of the plant, the scientific name of each plant, and then the oracle keyword. And I like these as a study deck as well. And you can basically use these in a herb journal if you want. And you could basically try and create the drawing of the plant. I'm horrible at art, so I can only envy people who can draw, and you can use these as study guides. Take the card and put it on a little card holder and research it. these were nice cards for the holiday coming up, Ostara. As that is coming up very soon. Yeah, there are so many plant decks. You would be really surprised. Or you maybe not. Maybe you are aware that there are a lot of plant decks. There's a lot of these plants that I never heard of before, which is wonderful. I love to find out new plants. It is an overwhelming thing. If you are new to learning about plants, because so many of them. And trying to remember their properties and what they do, and just, yeah. That's why it's good to study one at a time. Okay, and that is the deck. And the cards are nice cardstock. They are flexi bendy, and they are high glossy. But yeah, they're very nice. I really like the cardstock material. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this lovely field guide. Okay, and you can also use this as a study guide for if you wanted to go out and study the plants. You could take your cards and you could take this book with you. It's very, and that's how she planned it. So we have our contents. we have our copyright page, and then we have the introduction, and this just goes into basically the background of the deck and where she got her inspiration from. And it's really nice when they give you the background. I like to know the why. And you can pause that and read that at your leisure. And she also goes into talking about her first deck. The Linstrider deck. Okay. And then we go into how to use the cards and what the creator I guess hopes that will be helpful in using the deck. And there's a little part here that says that they're not intended to be read in reverse. It's personal choice. If you want to read it in reverse, you can. I know that the creator has their own personal views on reversals or not, but it's totally up to you. These are your cards. They did create them, but in the end, it's up to you. And then she goes into what you can do before you do a reading. And then she gives you a little sample reading that you can use. And just kind of like a little example that you can kind of draw experience from. And then we go into the plant section and on foraging and plant use. And she talks about to please use precautions, and the book attempts to be well researched, but you might have to use other books as well as hers. And just a basic be careful, be mindful. Okay, and then we have the index of the cards. And then we have another picture, and then we have the title, the keyword, the scientific name, and just other names that it's known by. And just describes the plant, where it grows, and what kind of environment it grows in, and then where it's used. And then we have some more detailed illustration of the plant, and then goes into foraging and cautions, and then goes into the oracle part of. Then we go on to the other names, and then she gives you the oracle property, which is the keyword, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a nice little book. I'm a guidebook fangirl, and I love all the background and information. I know some people don't like the guidebooks, but yeah, it doesn't really spoil the cards for me when I know behind it. And there are some people who like to read intuitively, and that's fine. And there's other people who like to use the guidebooks, and like I said, it boils down to a personal choice. And so basically, just the rest of the book is the same. And I do love this. I love this book. It's got nice little illustrations. Got more plant knowledge out of it. And as you can see through the flip through, it's very clear, crisp. I would really hate to take this out onto the field with me. I would be so afraid I would get it so dirty. And then we have some closing thoughts that she leaves with you. And I will let you pause that and read that at your leisure. And then she gives you sources and suggestive reading if you're interested in pursuing more knowledge. And then we get additional recipes using foraged ingredients. And then we have things to make in spring. So this would be nice for the upcoming Ostara. And then we actually have an Ostara salve, which is nice. Ooh, garlic toast. I love garlic toast. And then we have some pesto and some nettle soup. Some nice recipes. And then we have some for summer. And we have Beltane. And then we have some fall recipes. And Mabon. And then winter, we have Yule. And that is pretty much it. And nothing for Samhain, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do the shuffles. Okay, so shuffling is very nice because, for one, there's not a lot of cards, and two, they are very pliable, I guess is the best word I can say, and they are easy. Not a lot of decks I can shuffle like that, but this one I can. And you can do it that way, or you can do the overhand. Side by side, not as good as the other way, but you can still do it. Or you can cut your deck however you want to do that. Or you can do a little spread like that. Looks very pretty. Or you can just move the cards all over the table and pick them up like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do one more round, and then we will see who wants to say hello. Okay, nettle. I don't even know if I can pronounce this. Urtica dioicea and tribulation. Ooh. Okay, let me show you really close up. All right, let's see what we have to say about nettle. And, okay. So, false nettle, white dead nettle, and common nettle are also names. Okay, we've got quite a bit of reading, a little couple pages, but that's okay. Nettles make up a family of more than 2,000 species, 80 of which are in the genus Urtica alone. This entry deals with the stinging nettle, which is very common and can be found in most temperate zones. All parts of this wonderful plant can be used, but never eat or touch raw nettles due to their stinging hairs. And yes, I speak from experience, don't do that. Harvest with gloves and proper precautions. Note that stinging hairs don't need to be removed if you planned on cooking, freezing, drying, or crushing the plants. But care and attention in handling is a must. Young stinging leaves can be eaten as cooked vegetables that taste like spinach, and the vitamin-rich leaves, stems, and roots all take well to drying and cooking. The plant has a vast history of medicinal applications. Among other ailments, it can be used to treat painful muscles and joints, eczema, I think I said that right, arthritis, gout, and anemia. Fibrous stems of mature plants can be used to make twine, fishing nets, snares, and other items. Dried nettles can be fed to livestock throughout the winter. Identifying the stinging nettle is not difficult. Look for the finely toothed, heart-shaped leaves that taper to a point and spindly clusters of small green flowers. In springtime, shoots up close to the ground and will have only a few rows of leaves. By summer, the plant will reach a height of up to 6 feet in proper conditions. Once you have found a good patch of nettles, you can forage them every year, as the plant will die back in fall but reemerge in the same location the following spring. Rather than thorns, this plant has hollow hairs along the stems and undersides of the leaves. When the delicate hairs touch your skin and break off, they inject the skin with a powerful mixture of very irritating chemicals, including formic acid and histamine. Okay. Nettle tea is perhaps the easiest and most well-known preparation for this plant. Simply collect the tender leaves in early spring, wash, and add water in a pot. Use about 2 cups of water for every cup of leaves. Heat to a near boil, cover, and steep. The strength of the tea is determined by how long you allowed it to steep. Serve hot or strain and refrigerate. Drink this as a restorative spring tonic to stimulate the immune system and treat a host of ailments. If you ever unwittingly encounter the stinging nettle As I have on many a hike, you will soon not forget the burning, painful welts it can cause that may plague you for days. Yes, I can attest to this. This quality gives rise to its oracle property, tribulation. Some species of stinging nettle are so strong they can cause lockjaw or even death. The very mechanism that causes so much trouble is part of the wonder of this plant. Among the chemicals the plant produces are serotonin, histamine, and oxalic and formic acids. Oxalic? I think that's what it is. These very substances have powerful applications in pharmaceuticopoeia and are used to treat everything from rheumatism to enlarged prostate. It is also a wonderful food source. It's interesting to see that something can cause so much pain can also be so useful. The Tower card from the tarot deck as well as death both speak to tribulation as a catalyzing agent. The things that cause us the most pain can sometimes also be the things that bring out the best in us. Separation, loss, failure, these are all bitter pills to swallow, but can lead to great strength and new opportunity. Wow. Other names: false nettle, white dead nettle, common nettle, and tribulation. That does make sense. I can understand why she chose that word for that card. All right, my dears. So that is all I have for this lovely little deck. Let me know any thoughts about it. If you own it, how is it working out for you? Pros and cons. Like to hear both sides. If you have this on your wish list after seeing my video, it'd be nice to hear that I helped you make a decision. And if you did go and buy it, I would also love to hear about that as well. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.